Morning, everyone. Thanks all. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to Birmingham and the third Smart Self-Care Conference, organised by Pharmacy Magazine and our partners PAGB and Pharmacy Voice. And well done for braving the storms, the floods, the accidents on the M40. Who would have a conference in Birmingham, eh? My name is Richard Thomas, for those who don't know me. I'm the editor of Pharmacy Magazine, and I'd like to take this opportunity straight away to thank our supplier partners for the conference today, Johnson & Johnson and Tenor. We're very grateful for their support. So the theme of this year's conference is Self-Care, the Talking is Over. Now, I've been asked about this quite a lot, actually, and it does sound a little bit counterintuitive, I guess, to call the conference Self-Care, the Talking is Over, because this is an event where people are going to spend a lot of time, well, talking. But the point is, as much as the momentum is building behind self-care policy and practice, now is the time for action on the ground, and this is what we want the focus of this conference to be, to support pharmacists to do this and to make it happen. And how can they ensure that consumers, their customers, are truly at the centre of their self-care offer? So, during the course of today, we'd encourage you to tweet, as is the way of these things, while you listen, and details are on the screen there. And yeah, let's get this debate going. Let's get everyone engaged, both during the day and afterwards. Just want to make a note that we're having a question time panel this afternoon. If you've got any burning issues, burning questions that you want to put to that panel, then come up and have a word with me or our conference organiser, Simon, during the course of the day. And we could submit those questions to the panel in advance. But I have to announce very early on a change to our advertised programme. Unfortunately, our conference chair, Professor Alison Blenkinsop, has got a bad case of the flu, and she's actually, poor thing, really poorly, and she won't be able to be with us today, unfortunately. And I'm sure you'll all join me in passing on our best to Alison. I hope she gets better soon and hopefully taking a lot of proprietary cough and cold medicines to get her there. So obviously this caused us as conference organisers something of a headache. So who could we call upon at the last minute with the requisite knowledge of the sector, chairing skills, authority, reputation, and ideally someone who was going to be attending on the day anyway? Well, there's actually a very obvious candidate, and I'm delighted that she's agreed to step in. I'm very grateful that she's agreed to step in at the last minute. So our conference chair today is someone who will be very well known to all of you, and it's Sheila Kelly. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard. I don't know if everybody knows this, but I actually retired from being Chief Executive of PAGB at the end of January. My successor, Matthew Spears, will be here later today, and I'll make sure I introduce him. So I'm retired, and I should be sitting around doing nothing. I was planning to come to this conference and just sit back and reflect on things. And then, first of all, I get a phone call from Richard saying, would I take part in the panel session in the afternoon? And then a phone call saying, would I mind chairing it? So, you know, the message is, if you get a phone call from Richard, buy yourself some time, ask him to send you an email, never reply on the hoof, or you'll find yourself up here doing a speech. So I'm looking forward to today. It's the third conference, and I really enjoy the fact that we can bring pharmacy and industry together to address issues that really matter to both sides of the divide, if there is one. I've asked, one housekeeping thing is, can we talk about mobile phones? Obviously, if you're tweeting, you've got to keep them on and tweet like fury. But can you make sure that they're on silent or vibrate and you're not taking calls? If a phone goes off and rings, then that person's going to buy a bottle of champagne for Richard later this evening. Yes. So there's the incentive, particularly speakers, because it causes feedback and screws up the AV. So here I am. Richard explained why I was here. The danger, of course, is that as a retired person, after 29 years in the business, I know everything. Now I've got plenty of time to tell everybody about it. And what I have to do is not do that, but to crack on with the timings to make sure that we get through the conference properly. I'm not going to do nearly such a good job as Alison, and I know she wouldn't have stepped out of this if she hadn't been really ill, so I hope she does get better soon. Although there's a bit of me that's going, yeah, the cough cold season's finally taking off. So I hope she's out there spreading it around.